Oh, hey! I'm very tired. Today was very busy at work. But, update. So remember how we were going to work on a hoy? Behold. PassioKnit Kelsie Lily top? Lily top. It is almost done. I just have to, I'm currently doing one band, and then when I'm done with one band, I go around, do the other band, and then finish going around. And then I'm done. So that's very exciting. I will say on this one, the YouTube tutorial, at least the one that I found on her channel, is not the same as her written pattern. So I ended up actually, it's only like one thing different. And the thing that is different is on the band down here, right here in between the holes and the cups. She only has one row and I actually have two. We're gonna finish this tonight. Hopefully, that is the goal. And this is one full, and this is my second skein of the normal sized sugar and cream, which is 2 ounces. This is 2 ounces. So I've used 2 ounces. I'm probably going to use another ounce. So maybe like 3 ounces, maybe, about, I don't know. I hate the chains. The chain straps are the worst part, but I've already made some bandanas and I was kind of aware that this would be the problem that I'd run into. So I'm okay with it. Just know that it doesn't get better. You think, oh, it'll get easier, and it doesn't. No matter how many chain things you do, it just, this will always be tedious, but it always looks better. So anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm working on. Come here, come make your official debut. Here's my baby. So, my husband's laptop died today, which is a big problem because today he started like a new job and he has to have a laptop. But guess what's right next to the Best Buy? What a coincidence! So I went in and I got just 3 things. Just 3. Did I need to? No. But did I? Yes. Starting things off strong, I purchased this yarn. Did not even look at what the color is. Oh, Sunlit Sea Foam. It's got some blues, some oranges, some whites. It's pretty. I like it. One of my friends eyeballed all of the bandanas that I had made and was like, those are really cute. I really like those. So I'm going to make her a bandana out of this yarn, maybe make a few. And then, other 2 things I got. So there is a project that I've been wanting to do. It is basically, what I've seen people do is I've seen them make granny squares that is like that blue and white, that looks like that blue and white china. So I've seen granny squares that doesn't have like the china patterns in it, but it's that blue and white. And then like they do very lacy granny squares. So when you look at it, you're like, that looks like that china. So I've been thinking about that, thinking about how I want to do that. And then I saw another blanket that was mismatched granny square sizes, but someone had taken the time to make the entire blanket like on a grid platform to tell you like, oh, you need to make 18 2x2s and you need to make 16 4x4s and you need to make 5 10x10s and etc., etc. But they had charted it all out so that you didn't have to do the brain power. You could just be like, oh, I need to find 15 2x2 granny squares. And then I can make that, and then I can stitch my blanket together the way this diagram so helpfully is drawn. And I loved that idea as well. But I am not, there's a reason I excel at baby blankets because they're not very big. I can make adult blankets. Just not my most favorite thing in the entire universe to do, but I've been feeling an itch. Fall is coming. I know that winter is around the corner. I would like to make a temperature blanket, but I'm not sure if a temperature blanket is in my immediate future, like in 2025. I'm not sure. I'm a little scared. But maybe I can leap into things, dip my toes in. So I got these. This is that beautiful kind of royalish blue that china is, and then white. So yeah, anyway, that's the yarn I got. Not a ton at all. I purchased a really expensive computer, so honestly I couldn't afford to purchase more, but yeah, I'm really excited. Again, buying yarn that I actually have projects in mind for, that I've been planning. Oh, I love this yarn, by the way. So I'm not too worried about color matching not working. Like, I think that the dye lots will be similar enough, and I love this yarn. I think that they're consistent enough that I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to crocheting. Oh hey! Tonight I have worked and I have finished a modified version of the Serena top from PassioKnit Kelsie. So this one, it's kind of a halter-ish top. It's got a cut. I modified it in the fact that I did extend the sides. Her pattern did not have side extenders. And I used a different kind of yarn, not sugars and cream. So I think it's smaller than it would have been, but it's so soft. And it fits me, so I'm not too worried about it. I would actually, so River Dahlia is still my favorite pattern so far. This one has come in second because I like how this one fits more than this, the lily top. The lily top, again, not bad. It just doesn't feel as secure. That might have to do with the haltering situation. I don't know. Might have to do with the way that the cups are angled. Don't know. But this one is currently rated a 3. This one I would rate it a 4. And the River Dahlia I would rate 5 out of 5. So I did end up using, I got this rolled at the store. I need to go ahead and use it though, or the yarn is going to stretch. Here is how much I started with, and here is the remaining amount of that skein of yarn. So I used almost a full one, but not quite. So maybe I'll have enough to make another top. We shall see. But I'm going to get another color and work on another pattern, and I will let you know when I've done that. Oh hey! We have done a little bit of work, not a ton, but a little, un poco. Yeah, what have we done? Let's see. So we made a bandana for one of my friends. So side note, I made this ruffle top. I read the pattern. I could have sworn she said I did 8 rows and then was done. Talking about the bottom. But when I look at photos, her ruffle tops are so much longer. So yeah, if I make the ruffle top again, I'll make the bottom longer. I didn't this time. It's still super duper cute. It's just the ruffle isn't as big as on PassioKnit Kelsie's patterns. But here is our ruffle top. So modifications include this being significantly shorter, this bottom portion. And I have been building in strap holes for all of my straps. This one only has one strap hole on both sides, but as you can see, it is in there. I think it gives the top a little bit more durability compared to just shoving the string randomly into the crochet loops. So yeah, built in some strap holes. And then this is what I've been working on for most of this week. I finished that this weekend, last weekend. This is what I've been working on pretty much all weekend, or all week. A Valerie top. It's super cute. I really like it. It has 2 straps. I added those on the sides, 2 strap holes on the sides, both sides. I just like it. I don't know. I like that. So I just add them. And yeah, I accidentally made an extra small in the Valerie top. It fits fine. So yeah, these are the 2 tops that I've made this past week. I have not just churned out a top every other day like I did last week, but that's okay. We don't have to do that. We'll still get through. I have been doing a lot of thinking. The River Dahlia top, well, no. The Serena top, I made a small, but I used a different yarn. I didn't use the sugar and cream yarn. And I like it, it's nice, but I do think it's a little bit small because I think the yarn is a little bit lighter weight, so it's just coming out smaller. So I'm considering using this to make a medium. My only question is, a small used almost one full one, but it has this much left. So I'm wondering if a medium, if that's enough for a medium. I think it might be, because keep in mind, a small would use up almost all of this, but then we'd still have 2 sizes of this left. So I think we could do it. I think so. So when I make my green spiderweb top, I probably will size up because I'll be using the same type of yarn. It's the same brand of yarn. It's just in a different color. It's Rio's. So anyway, yep, that's the plan. It's also, this yarn is so comfortable. Like if I had enough money to make all of my tops out of this yarn, I would, because it's so comfortable. Just soft, lightweight, super smooth. I usually wash my tops in like cold water and I hand wash them. So that helps longevity wise, helps them live longer. Yeah, anyway, my plan is to watch some YouTube and work on which one is this? A sneak peek top. So that's what we're planning on doing. But I would say Valerie top, that one's like a 4. Like, it's great. It's not amazing, but it's great. And then the ruffle top, I'd give the ruffle top one a 4 too. It's very similar to the lily top just as far as fit goes, but the cups are angled different. And so far, I don't love wearing this lily top. It's not bad. Again, don't hear that. Not bad. It just doesn't fit my chest as well as I would like it to. And the whole point of this is me to make tops that I like to wear. So And been working on the sneak a peek top. When I tell you this top has caused me so much grief. I've had to take it apart like 5 times. I think my biggest problem is that I struggle to count rows in crochet. Like, that's my biggest problem, is I'm not as familiar. Like, I can count knitting rows all day, but crocheting, like, I've just recently started to learn how to read crochet patterns. So I can read the pattern and think that I know what I'm doing, but then, like, for instance, I kept getting right about here and realizing that the sides didn't match and something wasn't right, but I couldn't figure out what wasn't right. Took me forever, but I think it's good. We're almost, I'm on this section now, on this side, and just simple single crochets at that point, but I'm gonna go play Fortnite with my sisters. Oh, hey! It's about the end of the day. Not quite, but we're getting close. I'm gonna go hang out with some friends. We're gonna go eat, go on a walk. Some of them are gonna play disc golf. That's a thing we do in the Midwest. I played some Fortnite with my sister. Here is the progress we made. End of the line. So we've officially completed the middle portion. I personally love doing the around parts, but I hate doing the straps. Hate doing the straps. So I'm gonna see if when we do the border, if there's gonna be little holes for the straps to go into. If there's not, I'm going to put holes in myself because I like there to be slots, defined slots. I don't like trying to thread through crochet work. I don't like it. So, but I haven't looked at the pattern yet. Overall, this was a beast. Took so much longer for me to do, probably because I had to undo and redo it like 5 times. Because I was only reading the pattern this time, I wasn't watching the video as well. That's on me, I'm just not as experienced reading patterns. But you have to count on this thing, like, intensely. So if you don't know how to count crochet rows, get a journal and mark down your rows. Or learn how to count. Yeah, so anyway, I'm excited. I'm gonna work on this until it's time to go over and do frisbee golf, and then yeah, I probably won't finish it tonight. I'd like to finish it tonight because I haven't really completed like a me project all weekend, and I've had a 4-day weekend, but I've done so much this weekend that I'm not that stressed. So come at me, get me. Anyway, we will talk later if I have an update. If not, you'll see me a different day. Oh, hey! It's Saturday morning. I am about to go have breakfast, or it's breakfast for me because I haven't really eaten yet today, but it's 11, which I know, but we're going out to eat, and I want to be able to consume as much food as possible during our visit. So that requires me to not eat beforehand. Otherwise I eat like half the meal and I take the rest home. It never tastes as good, yada yada. I did want to give an update. So here is what the first one I made looked like. And here's how the second one is going. We'll take the So a few differences. I did not put as many top stitches. I think on the small I did 9. I only did 6 or 8 on the top,
but then I didn't like how this gapped so much, and so I actually went in and I stitched this up just a little bit. So that looks a little bit different. And then on the bottom, there's two portions of the pattern. One, I think the YouTube video only shows like the standard bottom, which is this, which also I extended it. I did not extend, but I did do the scalloped kind of like shell bottom. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I try it on and I don't like it without the extensions, I will go ahead and I'll just add on some little extend bands. We'll see. But that's how it's going. It's going along really well. I am now just doing the border and the straps. Here is how much blue I have left. Just as a reminder, I had a full big blue one. I think it's like 4 ounces maybe. It just says 210 yards. Doesn't say how many ounces, but I think that's about 4 ounces. I might be wrong. But I had a full one, and then I had a little bit left of the other one from this top. So, yeah, I'm not stressed. I'm not playing any yarn chicken. I almost wish that I had gone ahead and just extended the sides no matter what, because then I would use up more of this yarn, and I'd rather use this up in a project that I'm gonna love than have just like a tiny bit sitting over. So I'll have to figure out what to do with the leftover yarn. Oh, hey! Check it out! What do we think, folks? Yeah. This happened today when I got off work. Went to my mom and said, snip, snip, tops. I have finished the spider top. As a reminder, I did make a medium-sized one because we used the bougie yarn that's lighter weight compared to the sugar and cream yarn, whatever yarn. I will just say, this only gets a 4 out of 5 because it's a spider web. And I feel like you would probably have to get pretty creative to customize that to it not being a spider web. This top is so comfortable. With that being said, I believe we are down to our last top by PassioKnit Kelsie from the patterns that I've purchased. She only has like 8 patterns, I think. Lots of these got 4s out of 5s. I need to be more strict on my ratings. Okay, the last one is a scalloped peekaboo top. So I had this dark blue, and this is Lion Brand Kaboom. I had that picked out, but I picked up this, and I'm kind of feeling this one. I don't know. I have enough of the dark blue Kaboo that I could probably make like a top. Not a bralette, like an actual shirt top. So I'm wondering if maybe I should go ahead and use, I have 3, and I think that that'll be enough. I think this will be enough. Surely 3 will be enough to make a top. I think it might. Who knows? But yeah, we're gonna work on the scalloped peekaboo top, and then that will be the last bralette top from PassioKnit Kelsie that comes from one of her patterns that you can actually buy. I had big hopes and dreams. I was like, I'm gonna make 8 billion. I'm gonna make every single top. And now I'm realizing that, you know, I'm starting to get a little bit tired and I want to move on to something different. I have other yarn. I want to get moving into new territories. So that's the plan. Hi, how are we? Yeah, so I was editing the video that you've been watching, and I realized I never closed it out. I never did a recap. I never showed you all of the bralettes. I never, like, gave my final thoughts, my final opinions. But it works out because I filmed that a little bit ago, and now I've actually, like, worn the tops a few times. I'm being a little... I've worn them a lot, and I've washed them several times. I mean, I've lived in them a bit, and so I'm going to show them to you. I'm not going to try them on for you because that's weird, but I am going to hold them up, and I'm going to show them to you, and I'm going to discuss my final thoughts, opinions, whatnot. Pull them all out of my little bin, because that's how I sort my clothes. Okay, so I'm not sure I'll be able to show them to you in the order that I made them because that seems like a lot of work, to be completely honest. But I am going to show them to you based on my memory. This one is the first one, and I still really like it. It is very beginner friendly. It's really easy. If you've never crocheted a top before, start with this one. I will say, just because the cups are angled this way instead of this way, this one's not my favorite. It just doesn't sit on me as well. It seems to slip a little bit more than I would like it to. So this one, not my old-time favorite, but I do like it. It's a classic. It's pretty good. And if you've never made a top before, very beginner friendly. So I would recommend that for beginners. This one is my favorite. I wear it all the time. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the names of all of these anymore. Go to PassioKnit Kelsie's website. You can find the patterns, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This one's my favorite. I wear it all the time. I also splurged on the yarn that this one used, and it ended up being the most, like, one of the most comfortable ones I have, just yarn-wise. I did have to size up because I used a lighter weight cotton yarn, but other than that, yeah, this one's my favorite. I really like this one. This is a close tie for first place, but this one ultimately gets second place, and I think it's because of the yarn. This is, again, can't remember the name, sorry. I would say that I'd look them up for you, but I don't want to put that much effort into it. Haha. Anyway, second favorite. I do really like this one. When I was editing, I didn't find any clips of me working on this. So, sorry. It worked up really nicely. This is actually really, really easy, the pattern itself. So, yeah, if you are not scared and the jade top doesn't sit well on you, or you're not sure if you're going to like it, make this one, because this one, I don't know, it sits so much better. I really like this one as well. Okay. This one, I think I don't love the color that I picked. I think this is the Valerie top, maybe. I don't wear this one as often. It's very comfortable, and it doesn't seem to, like, move or shift that much, but I just don't grab it, and I think it's because of the color. I think the color, I don't know, I look at it and you don't really get to see the design very well because the color itself is so loud that the design is kind of lost. There's like a V in it. Do you see? But yeah, I don't know. I don't reach for it that often. I like it, it's comfortable, I don't grab it, and I think part of that might be the color, not the design. Halloween time. This is the spiderweb top. I actually wear this quite a bit. It is very comfortable. Again, I'm attributing most of that to the yarn type that I picked, but it is very, very, like, secure, I guess. It doesn't move, it doesn't slip. I don't feel the lacing undoing as often with this one. And yeah, part of that could be the yarn, but also the design is just really good too. Oh boy, I remember making this one. This one was such a pain to make, but in all honesty, it's probably the cutest. Oh, why is it so tightly laced? I don't even know. I've started throwing these in the wash at times. I still wash them on like Delicate Cycle, but I don't know. Do what you want. Don't hand wash or machine wash, or do, but I've thrown a few of them in the laundry and they've been fine, so. Sorry, the lacing is really bad on this one. Okay. Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can you see? Can you see? This one is, I would give comfortability-wise, like a 4 to 5 out of 5. Design-wise, this one was so hard for me to make that I give it only like a 2 or 3, but I think that's on me. Because again, as I mentioned, when I was making it, I had such a hard time counting the rows, but I think that's a me problem. I don't think that's an everybody problem. I think that's a me problem, and I accept responsibility for that. But I do think this is one of the prettiest, just out of all of them. It just looks super cute, like, it just looks good. Okay, my least favorite, and the one I wear the least of, is the ruffle top. I think at times it just kind of makes me feel like a baby. I don't know. But I don't love this one. Also, the color, I have seen this color in store again, and I think I just got a weird batch. In person, this does not look white. It almost looks yellow. And it's just not as pretty. It's a little icky. I've seen it in store and the color actually looks white on different batches. So I think I just got a weird lot of yarn. I don't reach for this one. That might be a little bit due to coloring because it's not uncomfortable to wear, but I also think the ruffles just kind of turn me off it, just a little. So I don't wear this one. This is probably my least worn one, and honestly, if you were gonna make all of these tops again, I would say you could skip this one, to be honest. Still good top, still good design. Don't come for me. I'm just saying, if you had to skip one, you could skip the ruffle top. And finally, I don't know the names of these tops. I'm so sorry. But this was the last one, and this was the footage that I was last editing when I realized I had nothing else to show you guys. I showed you the color yarn I was going to use, and then I never showed you the final top. There's a giant hole in it. I know. It's a bralette. It's not meant for all of society to see me in, okay? I wear shirts over the top of these things. But this one's really cute, and I really like it. I did a fancy little bottom trim on it. Sorry, there was a hair. I really like it. It's cute. It ended up, the coloring ended up kind of like pooling, if that makes sense. It's fine. I don't mind it. It doesn't make me mad. Anyway, yes, that was all of the PassioKnit Kelsie, bralette, crop, whatever kind of tops you want to refer to them as. I wear them as bralettes underneath my shirts. I've liked them. I've used them. It was a really fun experience, and yeah, the end. Bye!